Why, yes, I am buff. Oh, Duff. What does that mean? Designated ugly fat friend? Well, I'm the sexiest one out of the bunch. Welcome, guys, to Think About It Reviews. And basically, I love the Duff. I thought this movie was awesome. Now, this movie definitely reminded me a little bit of Mean Girls with the splash of 10 Things I Hate About You and the main character, a lot of Juno. But it works. And it's a movie you've seen before. Basically, you have Bianca, and Bianca has hot friends, Jesse and Casey. Now, she's a high school teenager, senior year. Her next door neighbor is a jock, the man whore, basically. His name is Wesley. And she is in love with this guitar playing, long haired, scooter riding, whatever, moped riding guy named Toby. Now, her main objective is to ask Toby out or just even talk to Toby, but she finds out from Wesley at a party that basically she's the Duff, and the Duff means designated ugly fat friend. How fucked up is that? And that she is basically the approachable one, the one that people don't want to get with but want to get with her friends. So they ask her like if her basically intel on her friends in order to get with her friends. So she's the Duff. She's somebody that nobody wants to fuck, and basically that she doesn't want to be the Duff anymore. So she asked Wesley for help and to basically conquer her fear of talking to Toby and to get with Toby and win the guy over. This movie, Bianca, just in this film, reminded me so much of Juno. Now, this is a first time director. I haven't really seen his short films, but his name is Ari Sandel. He does a fantastic job. He does the same. He has that same direction. He definitely does a fantastic job of the technology that we use today, like tweets. This is definitely a social type of film. I mean, there's one point where there's a cyberbullying. There's hashtags, Facebook, Instagram. I mean, he incorporates all this technology very well. There is some scenes where I'm like, okay, yeah, she did that way too fast, and how we know how to do all this stuff, and we say, come on, like she's gonna unfriend her friends like that, like so fast? No way. And barely tapping on it. But overall, I think he incorporates the technology really, really well. The shots look great. The camera angles look great. The panning, everything looks great in this film. I thought they did a fantastic job. It looks as good as 10 Things I Hate About You, Juno, and you can say Mean Girls. It definitely had that Mean Girls type of filming wise. The direction, like I said, is really fantastic, but the acting is really well done as well. I love this girl, Bianca. Now, Bianca is like, she definitely reminded me of Juno. She had that sarcastic. She has her own kind of style. Of course, she's not the best looking, best dressed one out of the group, but her comedy in this film, what makes this film is so enjoyable to watch, especially her chemistry with Wesley. Now, Bianca is played by Mae Whitman, and I haven't really seen her, but my brother and sister said that they've seen her in a couple of stuff. And then Wesley by Robbie Amell. And Robbie, these two, Wesley and Bianca, man, their chemistry is really, really great. It is one of the best chemistries in leads I've seen in this kind of comedy for a while. They work so well together. They banter back and forth so well. I just couldn't get enough. I always wanted to see them on screen. They really genuinely felt like two people who were friends for a very long time. It felt really real. It just felt real. And then you had Madison, the queen bee, and she played a great queen bee. She definitely was the mean girl in this movie. I did enjoy her. I did enjoy her sinistery, as you could say, in here. I thought the friends would be in this film a lot more, but they weren't, which was fine because I wanted to see more of Bianca's story. But then we have Jess and Casey, and I think Jess and Casey did a good job being the support for Bianca. It was believable that these two would be friends because they go way back. But the hacking thing for Casey was a little bit far-fetched just to get rid of a certain plot point. Even the mom, Dottie Piper, Allison Jenny, she's always good and stuff. She always rocks it. Just seen her in was it Mom, that show? I barely watched it. She always kills it in anything she does. This movie has so much heart to it, and not too much of like Mean Girls. I know Mean Girls, a lot of people are going to love that movie more because of the comedy aspect, but I think this definitely has a little bit more heart to it, a little bit more. I just absolutely love the ending. I absolutely love the big finale. I think from beginning to end, it just works. I was never bored in this movie. I've seen it so many times already. I think it's such a great watch. I think you guys should check it out. The soundtrack I love the soundtrack. I definitely love that ending song. If you know what I mean. That part. Well, anyway, I love the characters. I love the comedy. I think the comedy definitely works in this film. When it needed to be funny, it was very funny, very sarcastic funny. And that's the kind of funny I like. Just everything, just the story worked for it. Even how it's not, original. You've seen the story played out a million times in different kind of circumstances, but they executed it lovely. They executed it very, very nice, and I thought it was a fantastic way. I think it works just because of these characters and these performances. It was just a fantastic film. I absolutely love this film. I'd give it a fucking 10 out of 10 if I had to, because I do. I love this film. I thought it was really, really great. Is it up there? Well, is it better than Mean Girls comedy-wise? I think Mean Girls definitely has an edge over it. I think Mean Girls definitely was the funnier of the films. Is it better than 10 Things I Hate About You? That has an awesome cast. I think it's right next to 10 Things I Hate About You. Maybe a little bit better because I think it's a little bit more fresher and it just feels like I could watch this more than 10 Things I Hate About You. But overall, not bonking both those films. Those films are amazing. This film, I think, is definitely one of the best films I've seen, comedy teen-wise, that's been laid out there. I thought it was gonna be stupid, but it wasn't. It was really great. So I do recommend you guys check out The Duff. A lot of people who have seen it have really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it definitely was one of the best films I've seen so far. I've seen it this year, so I can't say it came out last year, but I think it came out last year. But it's definitely one of the best films I've seen this year. So thank you guys for listening, and please subscribe, please like, please comment below if you've seen the film, and what did you like about it? I loved every aspect of this film. I thought it was great. I loved the tone. The pacing was awesome. The pacing was great. Never felt long. The editing was great. Direction was great. Performances are great. Everything across the board. That's going to be, this film will probably be one of the cult classics going down the line because it was that good. It is like a 10 Things I Hate About You. It's going to be a cult classic. So thank you guys for listening, and I will see you guys later. And like I always say, grab some cities or something like that. Jurassic World's on the way, so grab a seat, enjoy some, get some good popcorn to eat. See you at the cinema.